morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Wednesday, July 9th, 2014. I'm up in Maine today, so I apologize for the different background. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has promised to take the gloves off now in his battle with Hamas. He has, in fact, called up 40,000 reservists. This is after the second day of missile exchanges between Hamas and Israel. The skies over Jerusalem last evening were apparently inundated by incoming missiles that Israel's Iron Dome system managed to knock down. The situation in the Middle East is getting even tenser as it goes along. Berkshire Hathaway has pulled off a major coup in the London market. They have taken 40% of the premium, which last year apparently was reported at about $90 million coming from state-owned Venezuelan energy producer PDVSA. Berkshire Hathaway is going to take a 40% line right across, meaning 60% of that $90 million is going to be relegated to the London market. So Ajit Jain has managed to pick up $36 million more premium. Meanwhile, Typhoon Neoguri is now lashing the southern island of Japan, Kyushu. This is after it blew through Okinawa yesterday, forcing the evacuation of 500,000 Okinawans and knocking out power to 100,000. Does not seem to have caused too much property damage. Meanwhile, Catlin has exhausted its retrocession reinsurance in connection with the Costa Concordia sinking. On Friday, the Costa Concordia's projected losses were upticked yet again. We're now $1.18 billion for the loss of the ship and for the raising of the ship to begin to tow it away to a shipyard. Catlin has now officially reached the end of its limits, so any ongoing costs or increase in costs related to the Costa Concordia is going to be borne by them alone. A powerful storm swept through the Northeastern US yesterday, including New York State. 5 people were killed in all. 2 people were killed in New York State. Power was knocked out to approximately 50,000 homes. Swiss Re is projecting the possibility of a $20 billion insured loss from a single tornado in Cook County, Chicago. This is based on some of the stronger tornado metrics that have been studied in Joplin, Missouri, as well as in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Swiss Re says that if a storm of that magnitude did in fact hit the Chicago area, it could in fact cause $20 billion worth of damage. There are indeed tornadoes that do strike the Chicago area. Meanwhile, in the semifinals in football, or soccer as Americans call it, in the World Cup in Brazil yesterday, the Germans stunned the Brazilians 7-1. Brazil is now out of the World Cup contention. They were 1 game away from getting to the actual World Cup final. The nation is plunged into mourning. Dilma Rousseff, the Brazilian president, issued a admonishment to the Brazilians to keep their chin up, pick the dust off their clothes, and move forward. We're all sad by the loss. Meanwhile, last evening, Frontier Airlines 719, which took off from Washington, D.C., heading to Denver, was forced to land in Cheyenne, Wyoming, due to heavy thunderstorms. While on the tarmac at the Cheyenne airport, the pilot, a gentleman named Gerhard Brodner, decided that he was hungry, so he ordered pizza. Brodner says that you're in charge of the plane as the pilot, so the passengers are your responsibility. He proceeded to order 50 pizzas from Domino's to distribute to the passengers, who were ecstatic. He received several rounds of applause. That's the news today from Maine, and that's the news for CATEX. We'll be back on the air tomorrow. Thank you for watching.